bittersweet for this end, the trilogy. I know. If you could make it all into an emoji or face of how you feel about this happening, what are your thoughts? What is the feeling?
Oh God, I'm so in denial. I can't even tell you how delirious and in denial I am about this ending. It is completely bittersweet. I love the world of TALB Boys, and I love Lara Jean, and it has been so formative in me as a young woman finding my own voice. It has impacted my life in ways I could never have imagined, and so it feels like a part of me is, I don't know, it feels like part of me is breaking, and it's so sad. And I feel like I had to do, so the whole wrapping process was just miserable.
Right.
But I kind of was like, okay, I kind of had peace with it. And then I had to do like a bunch of ADR and a bunch of voiceover, and the final monologue of the voiceover I had to do over and over and over and over again every day. So my heart is just breaking a little every day. And finally I was like, you guys, do I have to keep going? Like, it's physically hurting me. So
Right.
I'm clearly not ready, but excited for what's to come, and feel very happy with the way that we were able to end it.
Can you say one thing that's really stood out to you, again, in the growth of you as a human being, as a woman, as a young lady, and finding your voice and everything else, this role that you've taken on around the world, everyone talks about this. It is one of those films that really we didn't get to see growing up. Some of us didn't get to see that. Who were you then and who are you now, and how much have you grown? Is there one specific thing that you've noticed about yourself?
I feel like I trust myself more than I ever have. I've learned to speak your truth and not to be afraid. And people who, it's like, I had this great piece of advice where they said, people follow you for a reason. People follow you, people believe in you for a reason, so you have to show them what you believe in. And it just like rocked my world. And now I think before these films, I think I felt more timid. I felt like I was being calculated, like I was very calculating on how I presented myself to the world. But now I feel these films have empowered me to step into the world and to just be excited to try new things. So if they've changed me for the better, and I think Lara Jean I think we see that in Lara Jean as well. I think she starts off as a more like quiet, doesn't really feel comfortable in the real world, likes to just stay in books and stay in her head. And now she's experiencing, she wants to go to live in New York City, which is a very specific person. Like, you are out there living your life and you live in New York. So I don't think she would ever imagine that,
No, I love that how you're saying it's kind of like similar to you. You both are growing at the same time, which is beautiful to hear. And I love hearing young women be empowered, especially taking on a role like this, because young kids are watching you're still young and you're growing. So it's great that you're learning from all this.
Yes.
The representation that we also see on screen is beautiful to me. I love that, again, something we don't see enough of, to also have that be a project that you are, the star of, the face of, and people can say, oh, wow, she looks like me.
My mission, that's my mission for the rest of my career, and has been for projects that haven't been TALB Boys, but I feel this really deep like driving force to keep making these films that make people feel less alone. and
Right.
make people feel seen and heard. And I think for an Asian American lead to, for a film that, by the way, initially, when it was being shopped around in the very nucleus of its birth, and obviously filmmaking is like takes forever and ever and ever, like that was not always a conversation, and so it wasn't always like, well, her being Korean isn't like a huge part of the plot, so like does she really even have to be Korean, because it's not really a huge part. And it's like, no, that's the complete point, is that
Right.
to normalize seeing faces like mine and Asian faces in mainstream media. And like Jenny always says, Jenny Han, our author, she goes like, Asian people can fall in love too. Like that's not unheard of. And so yes, and so it's like now it's my mission to keep doing projects that show that and show a colorful world, because that's the real world. That's what we're living in. Like so I'm just very, I think to all the boys, I actually have seen a difference in projects that have come my way in terms of the way that the industry is slowly but surely kind of moving in that direction. So I feel like grateful that To All the Boys even had just a little ounce of that impact.
No, it's beautiful, and it's so well said of what you're talking about. And yes, we need more of it because it's real. Yes, everyone falls in love. Hello.
Yeah.
I'm going to wrap it up and say congratulations again. But I know just this trilogy is coming to an end, but just in time for Valentine's Day.
Yes.
You've explained to Noah's character in this film what a meet cute is. Will you? Do you have a significant other? Will there be a meet cute? What's happening?
Oh my God. Well, I mean, Anthony and I, my boo, I love him. He's downstairs right now. I'm like, hi, Anthony. Our meet cute was like a Taylor Swift. Like it, I don't even want to get into it because it's my favorite story to tell, and I'll take up way too much of your time. But we met at a party, and he was across the room, and like literally our eyes locked, and like everything fell away, and I knew I knew this person needed to be in my life. So he's everything. He's been such a trooper during all three of these movies. Let me tell you, it's not easy. It's not easy seeing your loved one kiss another guy.